Hey! So, I am Semele Bilbrey, for those of you who don't know me, and I am a certified mama mentor inside Mom Mastery University. And what that means is I walk with women who are maybe feeling overwhelmed, or they want to improve their life in some way, or they're just looking for some Christian personal development. And I walk them from that place of overwhelm to a place where they feel like they have the tools that they need to actually accomplish their goals in life. And so to find me, to work with me, you would go to mommasteryuniversity.com/makeover/Semele, spelled SEMALEE, and that will put you in my circle, and you'll get a 7-day free trial of Mom Mastery University. Fantastic stuff. But the point of today is we are going to talk about cutting the clutter. Cutting the clutter. It is time for us to start preparing for the holidays. It is time for us to start getting ready, preparing not only our homes, but preparing our hearts for the holidays. So we are going to work kind of from the outside in. We're going to work on the home, and we're going to talk a little bit about how that affects us on the inside as well, kind of working from both angles to be really prepared for the holidays. This challenge is going to go for 21 days. Today is our day 1 prep day, and I'm going to just kind of go over kind of the order of how things will go during the challenge and the concepts that we'll be touching on, and give you an idea of what you're looking at as you join the challenge. If you are finding this someplace other than Facebook, you need to go to Nailing Jello to a Tree on Facebook, and you'll find my page there. That's where all of this challenge will be happening, and we will be interacting with each other on that page, and we'll be sharing pictures and encouraging each other, and it's really worth it to make sure that you go to the right place so that you can interact with everybody and we can really help each other. So just search for Nailing Jello to a Tree, and you'll find a picture of a box of Jello nailed to a tree and you'll know that you're in the right place. So with all that, this is Cut the Clutter. Who is in for 21 days to getting our houses in order? Our physical houses and our emotional houses in order, ready for the holidays. Why should we do this? Let me tell you some reasons why. I was reading an article from Psychology Today, and they gave us 5 different things that clutter does to our mental health, and you can guess already it's not great. So the first thing is living in clutter impedes your identification with your home. Oh my, this is such a big deal, y'all. I think that we don't really realize the effect of the clutter around us, but it's saying it impedes your identification with your home. It says your home should be a retreat from the outside world. And there was a University of New Mexico study that said having too many things, they found having too many things in too small of a place can actually make your home environment feel like your enemy. That is definitely not what we want. And ladies, if you are a stay-at-home mom, well, first let me just stop. Let me back up for just a second. Ladies, it is not your sole responsibility to take care of your house. That's the first thing I want to say. But being realistic, especially for those of us who are stay-at-home moms, but it's more in our character to be the ones that take care of our home, okay? And there's something lovely about that. There really is. I'm not saying that our husbands should not help us. They should. And actually, I think what you may find is that the more that you work on the house and the more that you get rid of some of the clutter, the more your husband will actually help some more, because he'll start to see, oh, this is making me feel a little better. This is making my wife feel a little better. I can help. I can do a little bit here. I can do a little bit there. Some days are going to be better than others. But if we're really honest with ourselves, some days for us are a little bit better than others also. Some days I put my clothes away, and other days, regretfully, I do not, right? So when we have our husbands or our children help us in this area, we need to really make sure that we are being grateful and not like telling them they're doing it wrong or redoing it, or getting irritated when they don't do something. I'm speaking to myself. So, think of the impact of living in clutter making you have a problem identifying with your home. Think of that. If you are someone, think of how this can impact everybody. It can impact your kids. Your kids just want to go. They don't want to be home because it's not peaceful. It's not a peaceful sanctuary to be at home. There's too much clutter. It's too much stress. As they get older, they just want to leave. They don't want to be here, right? Our husbands, they come home. If they are feeling like their house is an enemy, they're not going to want to be home. Home is not where their heart is because of the environment that it is. For ourselves, I know that there have been times in my life when I have found reasons to leave the house just because I got to get out, and I have seen the difference in my own attitude and in my children's attitudes when the house is cluttered and when the house is clean. There's a big difference, and it really is worth it. Now, sometimes, like right now, my house is kind of a hot mess. Let's give ourselves some grace, okay? Let's make sure and promise ourselves and promise each other that we're going to give ourselves some grace and that we are absolutely, this is rule number 1 of this challenge, and I need you to put down in the comments, I promise. Rule number 1, I promise not to strive for perfection. We are not looking for perfection. Hear me. We are not looking for perfection. Practice makes progress. Progress makes progress. We are not looking for perfection, okay? Hannah Keeley, my mentor, she says sloppy success beats perfect failure every time. What does she mean by that? She means if you are striving for perfection, a lot of the time, because you are striving for perfection, you won't start. If you can't do it perfectly, you won't start, okay? If you give yourself permission for sloppy success to beat perfect failure, then you're going to give yourself permission to start. And isn't it better to get a little bit done? Maybe it's not perfect, but it's a little bit, than to get none done. I think we all know that it is, right? Okay, so number 2, unhealthier eating. Y'all, really? Like, clutter affects everything. There was an Australian US study where people actually were found to eat more cookies and snacks if the environment was chaotic. In the Cornell University, they had a control kitchen, and they had one kitchen that was very cluttered and messy, and another kitchen that was clean. And in the messy kitchen, the subjects ate twice as many cookies as the ones in the clean kitchen. So when we clean out the clutter in our environment, we clean out the clutter in here too, right? So it affects everything. Number 3, this probably goes without saying, living in a cluttered house will result in poorer mental health. You know why, y'all? Because when you're in a cluttered house and there's clutter everywhere, it makes it so much more difficult for you to relax. It makes you just be on this more kind of heightened stress response all the time. And when you're on this heightened stress response all the time, that affects everything about you. It makes you more snippy. It makes you feel defeated all the time. If you wake up to the same clutter every single day, you wake up feeling defeated. So here's the next thing that we're going to promise that we're going to do. Number 2, I'm going to promise to make my bed every day. I want you to write it down in the comments. I am going to promise to make my bed every day. Why are we going to make our bed every day? You know why? Because if you make your bed every day, you start your day with a win. Okay? We need to start our day with a win. Even if that is the only thing that happens that day, you started your day with a win. Okay? So we're gonna do it, a little bit at a time. Each challenge is going to have its own little prompts for you to do. Do them all, do some of them, do half of them, do whatever you're able to do, but just do something. Promise number 3, I want you to write down here, I promise to do something every day, even if it isn't everything. I promise to do something every day, even if it isn't everything. Okay. And so number 4, less efficient visual processing when the background is more cluttered, meaning it's harder to interpret the emotional expressions of people. Why does this matter? Well, let me tell you where this can be a big deal. Have you ever had a conversation with your kid and you feel like you are being very clear that you are getting super irritated with whatever they're doing or whatever they're saying? Like you were like, I am about to blow. Why does this kid not see that he needs to stop? Could be because he's having a harder time processing your emotional, your mental state because there's so much clutter. And so he has no idea, right? Same with husbands and wives. Like, how often do we misunderstand each other simply because we didn't process how the other person was feeling correctly? Okay? I'm just saying. That's some way that it could be adding to some misunderstandings in our lives. And number 5, less efficient thinking. Because our minds are all over the place with all of the clutter. And you guys, I'm going to be completely, authentically honest with you during this challenge about all of the clutter that resides in my house and that needs to go. Half of the reason that I am doing this challenge is because I need accountability. That's why I'm doing it. If I lead the challenge, then I am accountable to do the challenge. And so I am not sitting here like writing this challenge and doing this challenge because I don't understand what it's like to live in a cluttered house or because I've got it all together, because that's not the case. And that's actually not what makes a good leader. What makes a good leader is I've been there, honey. I've been there. I am there. I'm sitting right here with you. Okay. So problem number 5, less efficient thinking. Metal clutter has been shown to be the prime suspect of age-related memory loss. Well, if that doesn't make you want to clean your house, I just don't know what will. Sure makes me want to clean my house. So we will embark on this journey together. So let's get started with how this is going to work. So we're going to go through different areas of the house. Today is really a prep day where we're talking about this. Sorry, my throat is really dry, y'all. I apologize. We're talking about how this is going. We're getting kind of prepared. I want you to, and I'm very serious about this, don't skip over this part. I want you to really sit down in prayer and journal what you want from this challenge. What are your goals? Because if you don't have an end goal in mind, then you're not going to know where you're going and it's going to be much harder. So I want you to definitely pray about it. We're going to talk about the order. So we're going to go in sort of a weird order. Tomorrow we will talk about if you've ever read The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. It's a very good book. It's a little weird. She's got some weird ideas in there, but there are a lot of things about what she says that really can make a difference in how you view the stuff in your house. So we're going to start in sort of a different sort of order than what you might expect. We're going to begin with our clothes, and then we're going to move on to our bedroom, and then to all of the bedrooms in the house. We're going to move to the bathrooms, the living room, the dining room, the kitchen, the pantry, the microwave, the oven, the stove, the freezers, the refrigerator, and the outdoors. Okay, all of these things we're going to hit, we're going to touch on as we go along, getting ready for the holiday season when most of us will be welcoming additional guests into our homes that we normally maybe wouldn't welcome into our homes. Also, on the weekends, we are going to have like a project. So on each Saturday, there's going to be, I want you to have a project. So your Saturday is your big kind of work day. The other days you can expect 30 minutes to an hour of work or so, depending on your house. I mean, it's obviously going to vary. But if you find that one of the tasks is really a lot of work for you, if you do some of it, if you know, can make a mental note, okay, on Saturday, this is going to be part of my big project to finish this, but don't not finish it. You have to finish it. Okay. So, just to give you an idea, the first project that we're going to work on, this coming Saturday is going to be a bedroom or spare room project. So be thinking about what is a major project that I want to spend a few hours on Saturday working on in my bedroom, or if you have a spare room to get ready for the guests that may be coming your way. And then the second project is going to be a living room or a dining room project, something in your living room or your dining room. That might take a couple of hours. I mean, we want to block off a couple of hours on Saturdays for a bigger project, okay? And then the third project is going to be your kitchen, finishing up your kitchen, and an outdoor project, getting the outside of your house ready for your guests, okay? So just have those in mind when you're praying about this challenge and the things that you're going to be wanting to do. Get those kind of in mind, okay? Looking around your house, what kinds of projects do I think that I want to get accomplished during this challenge? So for today, day 1, how it will work is each day I will post a graphic on the Facebook page. Most days I will probably also do a video, but it won't be every day. Just because I would like to spend more time doing the work than talking about it. So, and most of the days I think it's fairly self-explanatory, but we'll just see. We'll see how it goes. But I just want you to know there might not be a video every single day. I want to tell you that right from the beginning. We want to post before and after pictures. We want to encourage each other. We are to be encouragers of the people around us. All of us, we are zebras, and that means that we take care of the people around us, okay? And so we slow down, we speed up, we circle around each other, we do whatever we got to do to help each other. And so one of the ways that we're going to create community during this challenge and help each other is we are going to post before and after pictures, which means it might be a little scary. Maybe you don't feel comfortable. Just do your best. Try and step outside of your comfort box. You can send them to me personally if you feel uncomfortable putting them on the page. But just know that whatever we put on the page, if you don't feel comfortable doing the before picture, do the after picture. But know whatever we put on the page, that opens it up for other people to encourage you and cheer you on. And the more open you are, the more people will want to cheer you on. So we're only going to be encouraging to each other, okay? No matter what somebody says, we're all going to promise. I want you to comment down, I promise to be an encourager to the others in this challenge. We're all going to encourage each other, okay? Because we do a good enough job of beating ourselves down. We don't need any help from somebody else, okay? So we're going to encourage each other. Keep going. Wherever you are in the challenge is exactly where you're supposed to be. You're not behind. Just keep going. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. You can do it. So day 1, prep day. Prep, the main, most important part of the prep is to pray. Pray about what your goals are for this challenge. Pray about get a vision, cast a vision of what you want your house to look like as we come into the holiday season. Plan. I want you to write down, what is your vision? I want you to write down what do you think you want your big projects to be. Maybe speak with your husband or your children. See what they have, what sort of input they have. Get them on board. Make this a family event, not just mom doing everything. Make it a family event. Have everybody get involved. Make sure and block out time on your calendar. Open up your calendar today and make sure and block out an hour every day. And on Saturday, probably 3, okay? If you can't do that much, do the best you can, but I'm just telling you, if you just put an hour a day for the next 21 days into it, you're going to be so glad when we come into the holiday season. Make yourself a shopping list. There might be things that you need. You might need a new hamper. You might need some storage boxes to put things away. You may need some tubs to take things to give away with. You may need some extra garbage bags to throw things away. Be thinking about some things. You might want a new mop. You might want some new cleaning products because we know we're going to be cleaning. Maybe get some nice scents to put in the different rooms, or if you have warmers. I have a friend who is a Scentsy rep. She would be happy to hook you up, and lots of people have them. You can go to Walmart and get them. Warmers are a great way. Candles are a nice way. Go ahead and make yourself a shopping list of things that'll just put that extra finishing touch on the rooms as you finish them. One thing that you might not think about that I'm going to mention is we will be doing things like dusting our ceiling fans and our walls. So if you don't have anything to do that with, if you don't have one of those little like things that go around the ceiling fan blades, go ahead and get it. Go get it. Or whatever you want to use to dust your walls, your curtains, things like that. So we want to tidy up all of those things. So if you have a fireplace, call a chimney sweep. Go ahead and get on the list, call a chimney sweep, because it has been said that this is going to be an extremely cold winter. So we need to prepare our fireplace to keep our homes warm and comfy and cozy. And the most important part of today, ask a friend to join. The more people that we have doing this together, the more fun it's going to be, the more accountable we're going to be. If you have a friend doing it with you, then you're going to be accountable to each other, and you're going to make it through the whole 21 days. It's only 21 days, y'all. It can get overwhelming because 21 days doesn't seem like a lot, but then you get in the middle and you're like, oh my gosh. But really, just keep telling yourself, it's only 21 days. It's only 21 days, okay? We can do this for 21 days. It's going to be worth it, I promise. All right, that's all I have for you today, and I will talk to you tomorrow. I will be posting the graphic on the page in just a moment. Let me know what you think. Thanks.